BBC Gladiators pulled off a shocking twist on Saturday after contestant Dev was forced to pull out of the competition after suffering a shoulder injury during his stint in the quarterfinal. During the show, the 30-year-old from Essex could be seen standing beside host Bradley Walsh, 63, as he donned a casual striped shirt rather than the typical leotard uniform and headgear. Dev proceeded to explain to viewers watching at home that he seriously injured his shoulder during last week's show while climbing up the rope. The contestant claimed that his shoulder popped out of his socket twice, which unfortunately meant he was medically ruled out of taking part in this week's semifinal. Looking rather disappointed, he told viewers, "I picked up an injury on the last qualifying round, trying to nurse it, but it's not any better. During the cargo rope, I actually had it pop out twice and I had to re-pop it back in. It is what it is." In a shocking twist, Dev was then introduced to his fellow replacement Jake, who has now returned to the show once again to compete for the prize. However, in true sportsmanship, the 23-year-old proceeded to tell Dev, "This one's for you, mate." Jake, who is a steelworker from Sheffield, South Yorks, came close to winning the quarterfinal but was pipped to the post by Dev at the time. Speaking to Bradley on his shocking return to the show, Jake said, "This is such an honor to come back and do it again. Let's go." However, this is not the first time the BBC reboot has been amid a huge shakeup, as viewers will now have to wait for the second installment of the semifinal as it has been removed from next week's schedule. The episode is believed to have been rescheduled due to the FA Cup, and the broadcaster will cover the quarter-final between Manchester City and Newcastle United from 5:10 p.m. 7:40 p.m., which takes over the Gladiators' usual slot. The revelation comes after viewers at home took to X to share their sadness for contestant Dev. One viewer wrote, "Catching up with Gladiators. Shame for Dev." A second added, "I feel sorry for Dev as he would have won." While a third sadly said, "I'll gutted for Dev." It comes after last month Gladiators viewers struggled to hide their disbelief as one of the show's oldest contestants ever took on the grueling challenges during the show. Grandfather of 5 Paul, 57, proved that age was no test for him as he gave Dev, who is almost half his age, a run for his money. The 11-episode series sees a new generation of gladiators pit themselves against the public, from an elite CrossFit athlete from Manchester to a James Bond actor and 2 Olympians. Each episode sees the gladiators take on contenders in new and old games, ending with the iconic challenge, the Eliminator. During the show, male contestants Dev and Paul battled it out for the win. The pair took on the gladiators in various challenges, including collision, the ring, and the edge. Paul stunned viewers after winning 4 points in the first 2 rounds, taking the lead as Dev gained just 2 points. But it wasn't just his athletic skills that excited fans, as it was Paul's age that shocked viewers. The granddad of 5 revealed ahead of taking to the ring that he was, in fact, 57 years old, in comparison to his opponent Dev, who was just 30 years old. Hardly believing the revelation, viewers took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share their shock at Paul's impressive athletic prowess. One quipped, "Can't believe Paul is actually 57, look at how good he looks." "He's not 57. Paul can't be 57, wow." The show is a reboot of the iconic sports show which ran between 1992 and 2000. The program returned last month with father and son duo Bradley and Barney Walsh hosting the show from Sheffield.